I remember sinking into a cheap, rigid couch that gave me endless backaches. Worse, I once bought a massive sectional that wouldn't fit through my apartment door, forcing me to leave it behind. Finding the right sofa is a complete nightmare of measuring, agonizing over comfort, and fearing severe buyer's remorse. That is exactly why modular sofas are absolute game changers, effortlessly adapting to any space or layout. Today, I am breaking down the top 7 modular sofas I've tested to save you from that nightmare. Stick around, because my number 1 pick completely changed my living room forever. 7. Huatean Home Modular Sectional Sofa. Unboxing and setting up the Huatean Home Modular Sectional Sofa was an interesting experience right out of the gate. On paper, it promises a lot of versatility with its convertible design, and I was eager to see how it handled the demands of a modern living room. The fabric has a decent, somewhat modern texture, and the individual pieces are relatively lightweight, making the initial unboxing process manageable even if you are doing it entirely by yourself. The concept of being able to shift an ottoman around to create a makeshift chaise lounge is definitely appealing for small spaces or apartments. However, as I spent more time actually sitting and lounging on this piece, the reality of its construction became a bit harder to ignore. The seating cushions have a surprisingly hollow feel to them, lacking the dense, high-quality foam support you really need for a long movie night or a lazy Sunday. After just a few hours of testing, I noticed the fabric starting to bunch up awkwardly, and my back began to ache because the backrests sit a bit too low and lack substantial lumbar support. It feels more like a piece of waiting room furniture than a cozy sanctuary where you would want to unwind after a long workday. When it comes to its modular nature, the execution leaves a lot to be desired in practical daily use. While you can certainly move the sections around as advertised, the connecting mechanisms are flimsy at best, meaning the sofa has a terrible habit of sliding apart on hardwood floors. 6. WUTUTUEE Sectional Cloud Deep Seat Couch. When I first laid eyes on the WUTUTUEE Sectional, I was immediately drawn to its beautiful chenille upholstery and the promise of a premium, cloud-like deep seating experience. Aesthetically, it is a stunning piece of furniture that instantly elevates the look of any room, giving off a very chic, contemporary vibe. The fabric is incredibly soft to the touch, and the extra-wide seats make it incredibly inviting when you first walk into the living room. For those who love to curl up with a good book and a blanket, the sheer surface area of this sofa seems like an absolute dream come true. That dream is slightly compromised by the reality of actually maintaining and sitting on this couch for extended periods. While the seats are undeniably deep, the back cushions are severely underfilled, meaning you sink in deeply but are met with almost zero structural support for your spine. I constantly found myself having to stack extra throw pillows just to watch television comfortably without slouching painfully. Furthermore, because the cushions are so heavily reliant on a loose plush fill, they flatten out remarkably fast, forcing you to vigorously fluff every single cushion after every single use, just to keep it looking presentable. The modularity of the WUTUTUEE also presents a few frustrating hurdles during everyday life. The pieces are substantially heavier than you might expect, which is great for overall sturdiness, but the locking clasps underneath are incredibly rigid and difficult to align perfectly. If you are someone who likes to frequently change your living room layout to freshen up your space, you are going to find the process of unhooking and reconnecting these heavy modules to be an exhausting, sweat-inducing chore, rather than a quick afternoon refresh. 5. SUAWY Sectional Sleeper Sofa. Moving into a much more positive experience, the SUAWY Sectional Sleeper Sofa completely surprised me with its incredible blend of functionality and everyday comfort. Right away, you can tell this piece was designed with the modern apartment dweller in mind, offering a sleek profile that doesn't compromise on necessary features. The fabric is tightly woven and feels highly durable, easily standing up to my rigorous scratch and spill tests without showing immediate signs of wear. It manages to look incredibly stylish while retaining a rugged build quality that instantly gave me confidence in its longevity. What truly sets this sofa apart is the remarkably smooth sleeper mechanism tucked underneath the main seating area. I have tested dozens of sleeper sofas that require brute strength to pull out, but this one glides out on its tracks with minimal effort, transforming your living room into a guest bedroom in a matter of seconds. I spent a night sleeping on the Cloud section to truly test its viability, and the foam density was surprisingly supportive, ensuring my guests wouldn't wake up with the dreaded metal bar backache that older sleeper sofas are infamous for. Beyond the sleeper function, the clever integration of a storage chaise makes this modular piece an absolute lifesaver for organization. The chaise lifts effortlessly on hydraulic hinges, revealing a massive, cavernous space that easily swallowed up 3 bulky winter blankets, a stack of board games, and a couple of extra pillows. Being able to modularly place this storage chaise on either the left or right side during assembly allowed me to perfectly tailor the sofa to the awkward dimensions of my testing space without any headache. 4. LINSY Home Sectional Sleeper Sofa. The LINSY Home Sectional Sleeper Sofa takes the concept of modular customization to an entirely new level, and I was thoroughly impressed from the moment I started putting it together. Every single seat module in this system is an independent piece featuring hidden storage beneath the cushion, which is quite frankly a revolutionary design choice for families dealing with clutter. The build quality is exceptional, featuring a solid wood frame that didn't creak or wobble even when I deliberately flopped down onto it with all my weight. The fabric is entirely removable and machine washable, which gave me immense peace of mind when testing it around messy snacks and drinks. Comfort-wise, LINSY Home has engineered a fantastic seating experience by utilizing high-resilience memory foam topped with a softer comfort layer. When you sit down, you get an immediate sense of plushness that gently gives way to a very supportive ergonomic base that keeps your posture perfectly aligned. The armrests and backrests are interchangeable, meaning you can literally build this sofa like oversized Lego blocks to perfectly contour to any weird architectural quirks in your home. I spent an afternoon transforming it from a massive U-shape for a movie viewing into 2 separate love seats, and the process was incredibly intuitive and tool-free. The sleeper aspect of this LINSY Home model is where the true genius of its modularity shines brightest. Instead of a traditional pull-out mattress, you simply rearrange the modular ottomans and lock them securely into the center of the U-shape or L-shape configuration. 3. MONVANE Modular Sectional Cloud Couch. If you have ever dreamt of owning one of those viral, luxury cloud couches, but couldn't stomach the astronomical price tags, the MONVANE Modular Sectional is going to blow your mind. The moment I sank into this sofa, I was enveloped in an absolutely decadent, cloud-like embrace that instantly melted away the stress of the day. They have used a premium down alternative fill that perfectly mimics the airy, luxurious feel of expensive feathers, without any of the allergic reactions or poking quills. The linen blend fabric is highly breathable and cool to the touch, adding to the overall feeling of high-end relaxation. What impressed me most about this incredibly plush couch is that it doesn't suffer from the structural issues normally associated with ultra-deep seating. Despite the massive depth that allows you to easily cross your legs or curl up completely, the back frame is angled precisely to provide excellent support when you prop up a cushion behind you. I spent hours working on my laptop from this couch, and unlike other deep sofas, I never felt like I was straining my neck or sliding out of the seat. It balances extreme sink-in comfort with just enough structural integrity to keep you comfortable for hours on end. The modularity here is incredibly refined, utilizing heavy-duty alligator clips hidden beneath the base that securely bite together. I aggressively tested the connections by sliding and jumping onto the couch, and the modules absolutely refused to separate or drift apart on my slick floors. Whether you want an expansive L shape for entertaining or a massive pit-style configuration for a cozy family movie night, the MONVANE adapts effortlessly while maintaining the look and feel of a custom unified piece of designer furniture. 2. ohllob Cloud Sectional Couches. Coming in at a very close second place, the ohllob Cloud Sectional Couch offers an absolutely mesmerizing combination of modern aesthetics and unparalleled tactile comfort. The upholstery on this sofa is nothing short of spectacular, featuring a richly textured, ultra-soft fabric that catches the light beautifully and adds a massive amount of warmth and character to the room. The wide track arms and low-profile design give it a stunning architectural silhouette that looks like it was pulled straight from the pages of a high-end interior design magazine. It is the kind of furniture piece that completely anchors a room and draws immediate compliments from anyone who walks in. When it comes to the sitting experience, the ohllob manages to achieve a perfect harmony between initial softness and long-lasting resilience. The seating cushions feature a multi-layer foam construction that offers a highly responsive, bouncy feel, completely avoiding the quicksand effect where you struggle to get back up. I felt incredibly supported through my lower back and hips, making it one of the most ergonomically pleasing lounging experiences I have ever had. The generous proportions mean that even taller individuals will find plenty of room to stretch out completely without their feet hanging awkwardly over the edges. Putting the ohllob together highlighted just how brilliantly designed its modular system really is. Each individual block is surprisingly lightweight, making it incredibly easy to maneuver up tight staircases or through narrow hallways, completely eliminating the delivery nightmares I mentioned earlier. However, once you lock the pieces together using their intuitive hardware, the entire structure becomes incredibly rigid and unified. I easily transformed it from a standard sofa into a massive lounging island in under 5 minutes, proving that true modularity doesn't have to require a degree in engineering. One, SUAWY Sectional Sleeper Sofa. Taking the absolute top spot on my list is this specific SUAWY Sectional Sleeper Sofa, a product that miraculously combines the absolute best features of every other sofa on this list into one perfect package. From the moment I completed the setup, I knew this was the ultimate living room solution I had been searching for. It boasts an incredibly sleek, modern profile, upholstered in a luxuriously soft, yet remarkably resilient fabric that feels premium to the touch while actively repelling pet hair and minor spills. It immediately transformed my testing space, offering a refined elegance that simply demands to be relaxed on. What pushed this SUAWY model to the #1 spot is its flawless, uncompromising integration of modularity, sleeping functionality, and massive storage capacity. Every single seating module contains deep, hidden storage compartments, providing an unbelievable amount of space to hide away everyday clutter, seasonal clothing, or extra bedding. When it comes time to host guests, you don't just pull out a flimsy mattress. You actually rearrange the modular pieces to form an incredibly expansive, supportive sleeping platform. I slept on this setup for 3 nights straight and woke up feeling entirely refreshed, thanks to the high-density foam that properly supports your joints and spine. The everyday lounging experience is where this sofa truly shines brightest. It perfectly captures that elusive Goldilocks zone. It is plush enough to make you feel instantly cozy and relaxed, but firm enough to ensure your back is beautifully supported during a long gaming session or a work-from-home afternoon. The modular connections are the best I have tested, utilizing a heavy-duty locking system that completely fuses the pieces together, ensuring zero movement or gapping even under heavy daily use.